Alright, what's up guys, it's Triple Spider back for another ZZ video. So before we begin, just real quick, I would really appreciate if you guys could drop a like, comment, subscribe, would really help me out. But with that being said, let's start this. So I'll be honest, I watched a couple of videos like a couple of weeks ago, whatever, maybe like a month ago, of like, you know, when we started getting season 2 preview and like the character that we're going to be getting soon, probably for the next patch. Maybe, you know, we haven't done drip marketing or whatever yet, but it's gonna be happening soon. And I'm like, after watching those videos, as a replay player, I probably should not pull for Vivian. Like, I probably shouldn't, cause like I don't necessarily like need her on my account technically, but on the other hand, I was looking at my pulls. Now I'll be honest, I did do a couple pulls before this. I did do like, I think 3 10 rolls, and I had like you know, I had like a lot of pulls here. You know, I currently have 130, and I was like, you know, it wouldn't be that bad to try and see if I could maybe grab it, right? Because I basically, no matter what, have enough to hit 80 pity one more time here if I needed to. And so I was thinking that, you know, maybe I might do some pulls, and I did want to do a couple to see maybe I get it a little early. That didn't happen yet. Hopefully, you know, maybe in the next 10 rolls or something I do get her. And looking at my account, right, for what I could really use her with, I don't really have like a lot of great options. Like I just watched some videos today too of like what teams I could use with her. Astro Yao is a good one of the characters that would be used on her team, and then I could either run Miyabi, maybe Bernice would be a decent option too from what I saw. But from what I've seen, like nine times out of 10, all of her teams were basically just like, you kind of have to use an anomaly character. And I'm like, I only really got 2 good ones. I did get Grace recently though. I did get Grace, and Grace was another option, right? So I could run her with the Grace once I build my Grace up a little bit, so I could do that. But I don't really have that many good anomaly options. The number one best thing I did see currently at the moment though was running her with Jane Doe, which Jane Doe is actually on right up. I'm probably not gonna roll for both because I want to have enough summons for what's gonna probably come on next patch. So I think I'm just gonna go for Vivian. And hey, maybe there's a chance Vivian might be good with the character coming out next patch, because, you know, of all the stuff I've been hearing and all the stuff they've been teasing, you know, there's a chance that maybe that'll be good. But let's look at what she does, right? Let's look at exactly what her kit exactly is, right? Because I didn't really get a good idea from the live stream. So let's see. So on basic attack, Feather Bloom hits a target that is suffering from ether. So basically any anomaly. Okay, it will trigger a bloom, dealing additional attribute anomaly damage. Okay, so she's basically kind of doing extra damage depending on whatever anomaly effect they got cooking up on the enemy. Okay, and then when your basic attack of Fluttering, Suspension, or basic attack Feather Bloom hits a target suffering any attribute anomaly, they get hit with Vivian's Prophecy, which causes the target to take ether damage equal to 55% of Vivian's attack, so she wants to have a lot of attack. And then this damage can trigger additional damage from attribute anomalies. Okay, so basically whatever anomaly they got cooked, the enemy has, they'll take an additional amount of that, whatever they're suffering, and then she'll do extra damage based on her own attack on top of that as well. And then she has some other stuff here. Let's see. So corruption damage dealt by all squad members and corruption status disorder increases by 12%. If you use ether, I'm assuming. And then we have another character in the squad that is anomaly, or has the so basically either if they're anomaly or if they're ether, then she'll consume. Let's see. Whenever they do an anomaly basic to the enemy, she'll consume a guard feather to launch a basic attack. They can trigger every 5 seconds. Okay, so basically like the extra attack, which is I think the big feather thing that's kind of transparent that pops around. I think that's what that is. Here's physical and ether with her E here, with the EX special. Okay, and then the ultimate here, big AOE of ether. Basically, you think some feathers here. She becomes invulnerable, so she can't be touched. Well, yeah, it makes sense, right? Usually when you do ultimate, you can't be touched anyway, so that makes sense. Oh no, but this is chain attack. That's the same thing, right? You can't be touched with chain attack anyways. Okay, and then yeah, same thing. Okay, I mean, like I said, I don't really have that many teams I could technically use her on, but I did just pull Jane Doe, so I mean, like I said, I do have options. I have not Jane Doe. I have Grace. I'm gonna say Grace. I have Grace as an option. I'm gonna have Bernice and I have Miyabi. But yeah, it seems like the main thing you want to run her with though is anomaly characters, because I was thinking of maybe running her with my Zhu Yang for like the ether team, which I think might still be a decent option, but from what I see from the videos, it looks like the main core thing of what you want to run her on is specifically more anomaly characters, but I think something with like Zhu Yang might not be that bad of an option personally, because she still can apply anomaly, right? I mean, she still can play ether, so I feel like it would still probably be okay. Maybe not the best if you're running her like with someone like Jane Doe or whatever, but yeah, I think, and I don't think this is like a smart decision per se, but you know, I think it's fine to run her. And then in terms of like W engines, I don't really have a lot of good options because, of course, the best one to run would be her actual one, right? But I do have, where is it? I do have this Weeping Gemini, and I think I could craft another one of these. And I saw that this was like a decent, like the best 4 or A rank option as a W engine. So this is probably what I'll be using for. I'll probably see if I can craft another one and use this for her. I do have Bernice, I do have not Bernice's, Grace's W engine here, which I have on Bernice because, you know, technically this should be going on Grace since I do have Grace now, but you know, Bernice is a little bit better for me. Grace is a little outdated, so I'm just gonna stick into that for now until I get like a better one that I can maybe swap in between there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna roll anyways. Besides, I'm kind of hoping that maybe the future character that's going to be coming out is kind of hyped up because, you know, I think it's now for season 2. I forgot what her name was. It's like Z Yang or something like that. I don't know. But basically the cool chick, the main chick that's coming out, it's also apparently appearing in this new story that just got added with this patch. I'm kind of hoping that the Vivian might work with her. I'm kind of hoping. Now Hugo, I think Hugo is like his own separate thing. Like he kind of has a team ready to go with Lycan, definitely going to be number 1. He's also Ice. And he wants to have another Summer character, which could easily use Lighter, because Lighter's been getting ready as well. So Hugo seems to already have his team, but I think Vivian here is kind of coping here a little bit of future-proof-ish kind of character, because she does work with like every single anomaly element team, right? Like, helping them do additional damage of whatever element they're giving to the enemy, right? For the anomaly damage. So I'm kind of hoping here that Vivian's going to be good. So I think I'm just gonna do a couple more rolls here. We'll go to 40 pity. We'll see what happens. If I get her, cool. If I don't, it's fine. We'll just save that pity for that really hype character that's gonna be coming out. That may be on the same level as Miyabi, supposedly, right? From some of the stuff I've seen. All right, so now we're already over half. I kind of hope my luck is at least still kind of going upwards, because my luck was really bad in the beginning of the game. Up until Miyabi came out, where it started kind of go back, like actually, you know, do like a bit of a 180 almost. But it looks like now we're going back the other way around, since it looks like we're going to have to go to 80 pity again, which really sucks. So there's a good chance I might lose the 50-50 here, which if it happens, like I said, it is what it is, you know. This game has been treating me like not super well with like gotcha. Okay, that's actually kind of early though. Okay, I'll take that. That's actually 2 before 80 pity. Okay, I'll take that. If it's Vivian, cool. If it's not, oh well, right? It is what it is. But hey, if it's Vivian, right, would be kind of cool. Would be kind of cool if it's Vivian. I wonder which one's gonna be on though. All right, guys. Whew. Oh, this is kind of stressful, man. Is it Vivian or?
The blade is drawn.
Fuck. See, I had a feeling this was gonna happen. This game does not treat me fairly. I'm gonna be honest. This game does not treat me fairly sometimes. Of course it had to be a fucking shitty fucking character I already own that's also standard banner character. Not surprised this happened to me so many times where I just literally just get screwed over and I just get stupid standard banner character and I don't win the 50-50. And basically still have to go to like the full stupid, like, you know, full pity here, right? Which is very sad. You know, I was hoping maybe she would pop up early, didn't pop up early. Basically had to go to pity there and I lost 50-50. So that really sucks. All right, pull count, we're looking at 100. So, you know, we still have enough for pity here for the next character coming up, which she's now guaranteed. I mean, I guess we can maybe do 2 more. See maybe what happens. The only problem though is that if I do give Vivian those 2 10 rolls, then there's a case of where I'll have to worry about the 50-50 for the upcoming character, and she's really good, and there's a good chance she's going to be way better than Vivian. You know, might not be the smartest idea at that point, right? Yeah, because like then I have to be playing the 50 game, and then I'll be really low on pulls, and then there's a good chance I might not even get the character, right? If I do end up getting Vivian these 2 10 rolls, even if Vivian might have a little bit of future proof with being able to kind of like working with any anomaly team technically, right? Like she definitely has way more future proof than Jane Doe, where Jane Doe is like full DPS for anomaly slash physical, but more so with anomaly. But at least as far as I'm aware of, you know, our girl Vivian here has more. She basically like has more future proof. Like she's able to work with future anomaly teams. Like if they're going to be doing ice, ether, or whatever, right? She's going to help them do more damage. So she technically has a bit more future proof. Now she's not necessarily upping their damage. She's just helping them do an additional damage to what they're already doing. So like that's why I feel like she has a bit more future proof compared to some other characters. Actually, I think she's not that bad of a DPS either. You know what? I'm gonna cope here. Maybe there's a chance we get a little bit lucky, kind of like with Wuhan when we had a new region, or maybe they're gonna give us like a decent amount of extra summons that they usually give us per patch. Plus, since it's a new season, I'm gonna kind of cope here. Maybe we're gonna get a couple extra freebies that kind of will alleviate some of the issues, right? So I think we'll do a few more pulls here, just a little bit, maybe 2 to 3 more, and hope we get maybe Vivian early or like a S rank early, which would be Vivian, right? But I really doubt it, because knowing this game, this game does not like playing nice. It does not like playing nice with me. At least with this account. For some reason, this account is like kind of cursed low-key, where it just does not get lucky at all. All right, we're basically like 120 pulls in at this point. I really shouldn't do any more. Like it doesn't matter, right? Because it will transfer over, but like at this point, like I've already done so many. Like now it's itty pitty. I mean, I guess we could do, like I said, we could do a few more. I guess we'll go to halfway. We'll go to halfway. If I don't get Vivian at halfway, then I will just stop there. We'll just call it there. You know, it is what it is. And then if drip marketing does confirm that it is the really hype character coming out next patch, then oh well, you know. At least now we know she'll be guaranteed. Nothing yet. Wow. So yeah, that's crazy. So literally right after, technically after Astra Yao, that was when my good. It looks like that's when my good luck ended apparently. Because the Astra Yao was the one where I did win the 50-50, where like I had a very small amount of summons, which I was happy about, right? Because to be honest, I rather would have gone like lucky with what basically happened, where I got lucky with Astra Yao, won the 50-50 with limited pulls, instead of losing her. But then maybe getting Vivian really early, right? I'm glad that, you know, if that was the case, I'd rather that happened, right? Which was happening, right? You know, getting Astra down, but seemingly not, you know, not getting Vivian here early. Pull count, we're looking, 60 pulls. 60 pulls. I mean, that leaves us with, what's that? 15 pulls like left over, basically, like 15 pulls left over here at this point. If I want to go any deeper, we don't know how many of the pulls are going to look, right? And I'd rather have that character guaranteed if they are supposedly going to be like OP, because we also know like if they're like on the same level as Miyabi, if they're like their class, you know, like how Vivian's anomaly, right? And how Miyabi's was like the ice one, but like it was like a little bit weird and like different looking, because they're, you know, she's like Void Hunter, or like, you know, like the top tier kind of character. If they show both of those things, then it would probably be a lot smarter and better to just say, you know what, Vivian, you know, I tried, you didn't want to show up for me, it's all good, I'm just going to use my pulls for that and the guarantee for that character instead. And then any other cool characters that are going to be coming out for season 2 that may even work better for that character, I'll just pull for them instead if I have anything left over. So I think at this point, it's just a better idea for me to save at this point. I'm already halfway. I think it's smarter just to save. And like if I got Vivian early, cool. I didn't get her early, I'm already like very deep into you know, the pulls here. Already lost 50-50. I think at this point there's no point for me to really keep summoning anymore, as much as I would like to have Vivian, especially because I did enjoy her character story quest, and you know, I liked it, right? And then the also maybe that's another reason why I kind of want to pull for her. But yeah, I think at this point for me as a free-to-play player, I just don't think it's a smart idea to just keep summoning more. Like if I got her early, cool. I got her early, I would have had a lot more summons ready to go, at least to try and get the other character, probably even guaranteed maybe, or close to guaranteed. At this point, I don't think I should be summoning anymore. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I guess we can do your character try just to see what I'm maybe missing out on, right? Because I haven't done this yet. I haven't seen how she actually feels to play with characters. All right, and also her hair is gonna look weird. Yeah, because she has her W engine here, so that makes sense as to why her hair is like that. All right, let's see. So press. Okay. Then there's a flight feather mechanic. So use normals. All right. There's just this weird floating mechanic here. I don't know what the floating mechanic does though. Maybe I'm supposed to like do something else when she's floating. Okay, that felt kind of nice. Normal attack, normal attack. Alright, I want to go back to the floating state. I like the dive bomb though a little bit. It's just like a bit of a sword with her like an umbrella as well. Okay. Alright. Exploring. What was I floating before though? Is charge attack do anything? Oh, here's charge attack. Okay, so we first think we hold charge? No, but okay. There's something on. Here's the ultimate here. I will say that it's a little bit goofy how she has like boosters in her dress like that. I think it's a little bit goofy for the design personally. Like, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I just think it's a bit goofy how she just has like evil boosters in her like dress like that. I mean, she's fine, you know, playing with her and stuff. Yeah, like I want to say this is like the same level as like Miyabi form, but you know, it's not bad. Let's do some grace to get some other anomaly picking up. And then there's the other one that. Alright. Saw a little bit of like what they did with the extra damage there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, not too bad. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not bad. like I said, if I pulled the character, cool, but I didn't, so it is what it is. Yeah, I think at this point, I'm just gonna wait. Now, if with the drip marketing is completed, because I think we should at least know who's coming out next patch before Vivian's gone. Like at the very least, at bare minimum, we should know that, and I think also what classes they are. I think at that point, that'll like let me know 100% whether or not I want to keep summoning for the character or not. Because I think for the time being, I think I'll just be saving. But yeah, okay. So I mean, hey, at least you know we got a Soldier 11 dude here. I don't know how good this is. Let's see. So when she goes into combat, reaches in her energy. If her energy is less than 40, energy recovered is 80. Okay, so basically she just gives you a little bit more energy. Okay, it's not too bad, I guess. First dupe in my, for I think yeah, this is my first dupe for any S rank technically, because I don't think I've gotten any dupes for anybody else in this game with the S rank one. So yeah, because I think every other S rank that I've gotten has been a new character. So I guess that's cool. My first S rank dupe for standard banner character, because I've already gotten like a copy of every single one. So I mean, I guess in that regard, I guess that's cool. Still would, I mean, to be honest though, out of all the characters, she's probably like one of the better characters to get a dupe for. The other one would have been Lycan. Actually, I don't know what Lycan dupes do, but Lycan would probably be like the other character, like where if I got him, that wouldn't be a bad thing either. Yeah, probably just makes him better stunner and more damage probably. Yeah. We'll find out in a couple days here, maybe even tonight when the drip marketing does start. And from that'll let me know. So I'll either do some more polls and maybe get Vivian if like the character that I'm looking forward to, the really hype character to finish it off for season 2 is not confirmed for next patch, I mean, then again, if she is confirmed to come in next patch, but she isn't like, she doesn't seem like she's gonna be like the same tier as Miyabi, I think I'll just still sign for that character anyways, because I do like her a bit more from what I've seen a little bit. I think she's a little bit hotter, right? So yeah, I think I'll just wait. If it's like confirmed for next patch, like we're just getting like 2 not as hype 5 or S rank characters for season 2 for next patch, then I think I might just say, all right, we're just getting 2 other characters, I don't really care about them. Then I think I might go back in and grab Vivian if that is the case, and do my last 45 pulls here or whatever that I need to. Maybe I'll go a little bit early, but yeah, that's what I'll probably do. So I'll just wait for drip marketing. I don't think I'll add that to the video because it'll be a couple days later. We'll see. At the very least, I just make like a little YouTube post and saying like, oh, I got Vivian. Otherwise, I won't make a post or whatever on that. But if you guys are summoning though for Vivian, you know, you know, if you don't really care about waiting or just really want her, or you know, just whale, whatever. Good luck with you guys' summons though with that. I mean, she's not a bad character, right? She seems pretty good. There might be some more powerful stuff coming out next patch, but if you really want Vivian, you know, like I want to try and let's get her. I don't blame you guys. You know, she's not bad. Or if you guys are going for Jane Doe, you know, Jane Doe's really good. Oh, maybe not as good anymore, but you know, she wasn't too bad. At the release, she's pretty hot still, right? And she's also a pretty good pair up with Vivian at the moment. Though I feel like there's a good chance that the character coming out potentially next patch may be way stronger, or at the very least Vivian might be better, way better for her than she is for Jane Doe. Just a thought with that. But with that being said though, you know, I mean, that's kind of about it. You know, there's another big boo, but yeah, there's always a big boo new patch. But I'm gonna head on out. Good luck with these summons, and I will see all of you guys later. Peace. Take care, everybody.